Hello guys, and welcome back to my TV once again for another idea of housing. And today I will be working again on another nice pallet project for you in order to show you how to create your own pallet coat hanger. This idea actually came to me for a friend that needed to update an existing coat hanger that wasn't really matching with her wall anymore. So I told her, you know, something pretty cool can be created out of recycled material. And in that case, pallet wood. Again, huh? You know. And as you may have seen in our short preview video, the sponsor for this project is once again our lovely sponsor, Wallabo DIY, which provided us with this wall scanner to make sure I don't drill into any pipes or cable hidden behind the wall. So we'll be providing also a free 3D plan that you will be able to download below in the video description to do it yourself for your home. Right, for me, that's enough talking, right? Let's make it happen. Alright, so this is the type of pallet wood we're gonna work with for this project. This can be easily found in the street because you know what? Most of the people believe that we cannot do anything with them. But here, I'm gonna show you a pretty cool way to recycle it. And first thing first, we're gonna cut the different slats. And to make this cut, I'm gonna use my plunge saw on both sides. Then when we are done with the cutting, I will be placing everything on my workbench to start removing the different nails from the big blocks. Keep in mind that when you are doing it, you need to make sure that you are not breaking or leaving any nails into the wood. For this project, we are not going to use both blocks, but you never know. It's always better to remove the nails for another project. We will see. So here we are with the two blocks and the slat ready to be cleaned. And as I'm showing you here, we will have at some point to remove the side on each block. And to clean them both, I'm gonna use my thickness planner. And keep in mind that if you don't have a thickness planner, you could also use your belt sander or any type of sander in order to clean them both. And as you can imagine, those blocks are very strong, so I will have to pass them several times in order to clean them as much as possible. And this time, cleaning the different slabs. Alright, so now that we have everything clean and ready, we're gonna place them again on the workbench to take a look and decide what type of pattern we're gonna use this time. And as I'm showing you here, you can see that this block is completely dry, so this is the one we're gonna use for this design. The other one, we're gonna leave it for later. Then, I'm gonna be tracing the different lines to know exactly where I'm going to cut. So now this block is ready. Then we're gonna move to the different slats. And note that this will help me to create the different hooks for the hanger. So now we're gonna move to my miter saw. So now we're gonna be moving to my miter saw in order to remove a little bit of wood on each side. And please note that the only reason here is to make sure that they are cleaned and all straight. Then again, repeating the same thing for the slat. And as I don't need them that long, I'm gonna be here using again my miter saw to divide them in two. Then moving this time to my table saw in order to remove the side on the block. And as you can see here, the inside wood is much cleaner than the outside. And here I'm placing the different slats on the block in order to see how I'm going to place them at the end. And as you may have seen, the block is looking pretty clean and pretty good already. But in order to make this design even more unique, I'm gonna be using here my round over bit to round up all the edges. Then when I'm done with the block, I'm gonna move to the different slot to create the different patterns. And of course making sure that we are also creating some hooks, right? Because this is exactly what the design is supposed to do. Then when I'm done with those patterns, I'm gonna move to my bandsaw. First, I will have to apologize for the quality of this image. As the bandsaw is trembling a lot, the camera is moving as well. Alright, here are our different hooks. They doesn't look really like hooks yet, but you will see at the end. Then now we're gonna move to the disc sander, which will help me to smooth down the wood as much as possible. Because later on, you know that we will have to paint and use some wood lacquer. So by doing this, we are just preparing the next step. After checking the big block, I realized that it will be better for us to have it flat on the back side. So here, I'm gonna be back again to my table saw in order to remove the back. Then again, a little bit of sanding. And now, the most crucial part, creating the different gaps in order to insert the hooks. I'm using here my ruler in order to trace them, but please note it's really up to you how you would like to place your different hooks. Then using again my router with my 8mm bit, but please note that 8mm won't be enough in order to place the different hooks. So you will have at least to pass it twice on the router in order to create one hole. Then at the end, you should end up with something looking pretty much like this. And now, let's make it shiny. As some of you already know, I really love the wood burning effect. So I'm gonna use my blowtorch in order to burn all around the wood. Then sand in order to remove the excess. Also sanding in the different gaps. Then applying some wood lacquer to highlight the wood burning effect. And as you may have seen, note that the hooks has been painted in white to match with the wall. But here, what are we gonna do? We're gonna be creating 2 extra hooks. Just in case, maybe she wants to hang some hat or even some keys. Then now that the hooks are all ready, it's time to fix them in their final place. And for this, we're gonna create 2 holes, which will help us to screw them from the back side. Then now, it's time for us to create the two holes, the only two holes visible actually, that will help us to fix to the wall. And as I was telling you at the beginning, here are the hooks that we will have to remove. Then now, it's time to take proper actions with our Wallabo DIY device. And as always, the first thing you will have to do is to always select the type of wall you are working with. Then, making the calibrations. And a very important fact with your Wallabo DIY is that when you are using a concrete wall, you will be able to select the image and the expert mode. So as you can see me showing you here, I first started with the image mode, which is giving me a clear image of what's behind the wall. Then moving after that to the expert mode. The expert mode is more like a heat map. With this mode, you can of course adjust the sensitivity to be able to see again a heat map of what's behind the wall. Please note that for each mode, you need to move very slowly. Then leveling up my hook in order to have the right placement to attach to the wall. And note that in the forum article, I will be also providing more information, more details on the different tools, the different materials we've been using, so feel free to take a look. Et voila, here we are, with a pretty nice recycled hook. Alright, I hope that you like it, and as I was telling you at the beginning, the main goal of this project is also to inspire you to create things from recycled material. For you at home, there is so many things you can do with pallet wood or other recycled material. So, I'm gonna be showing you pretty soon a lot of other ideas. And if you know people that could be interested in doing it themselves, feel free to share this video with them. We also have a lot of members in our community showing us how to create beautiful design, as you can see just right here or here. That's amazing, eh? People are coming all over the world to share some nice ideas with us, and they are doing all this for free, just for you, just to show you how to create and give you another idea of housing. If you also have some nice idea to share with us, you know you can do it via the ATC app, so don't be shy, feel free to do it. Go create your account and share some nice ideas with us. Once again, I will be giving a big thanks to the sponsor of this video, Wallabo DIY, for sharing with us, once again, this pretty nice device. If you would like to have some links in order to see what they are doing, I will be also providing everything in the video description for you, so feel free to check them out. Mr. ATC once again to give you another idea of housing via recycling. If you like what you're seeing, if you're new to the project, feel free to sign up just right here. And what can I say? I will see you next time.